Hey y'all, this is Moni and Tim in the middle today. Where y'all at? I'm on time and y'all late. Let me get my banners together while I'm waiting on y'all to come in from over with Reggie. Let's cut first. Y'all, this is pre-recorded. I'm in Europe right now, so this is a pre-record. I'm lying. I'm here. They left me by myself. Payback for being sick. Payback from being sick. They got me on here. Me and Tim. They got us in the middle by ourselves. And there's our pre-recorded today. Hey Greg B. Hey Impala Rag dude. Man, Impala Rag dude, you missed a good training this weekend. You should have been in the seal system class this weekend. It was a more advanced class and a whole lot more seal systems. Did you see my show last week? Well, not Monday, but yeah, Thursday I said it was gonna be more advanced. You should have been in this one because you are here locally. But the next one gonna be even better. So just let me know. Just let me know if you want to get in on that one. Yeah, but so today is me and Tim, Moni and Tim in the middle. Hold on. I got my ticker up for y'all to know we got this basic appliance repair class coming up August 1st. Y'all get registered in that class, send your text. Also, I told y'all I was doing a women's workshop called Debunking the Myth. I'm doing it on my birthday, October 1st, that weekend, October 1st and October 2nd. So it's debunking the myth of the angry Black woman. So if y'all know any women that y'all consider to be angry, I'm gonna need y'all to pay for them to come to my conference for my birthday, okay? And so we can heal their unhealed trauma because they're not really angry. It's a myth. So that's that'll be my birthday gift from any one of y'all want to give me something for my birthday. Send a woman that you feel like could benefit from it. Send her to my conference. And yes, I'm feeling better, y'all. I was sick. Big ATK told me I had a stomach flu that was gonna last 10 days. No, that wasn't it. I feel much better now. So I'm gonna add Tim on. Hold on. I'm gonna put my link in the comments just in case y'all have any questions. If y'all want to hop on to ask Tim any questions. The Oracle of Appliance Repair, as Reggie would say, he is the Oracle. So y'all have
that makes me laugh every time he says that. I just bust up laughing. I told my dad that, and I sent him a clip of Reggie calling me that, and my dad's like, "What's an oracle?" Like, it's kind of like a prophet, and then my dad just lost it. He just lost it. He's like,
did he laugh hard?
Oh my God, he was belly laughing. He was like, "Yeah, you learned that all from me, so that makes me God, right?" And I'm like,
right. So he God, Almighty.
Well done.
Look, right. We need to get him on the show. We need the Almighty on here that produced this oracle.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Untamed. Hey, Appliance Boss. Yeah, I put the link in the comments in case y'all want to come on and ask Tim any questions. And also, y'all, all y'all trolls out there know this is a kids friendly. This is a kids friendly show, and I'll be coming on here with all that foolishness. Because Mike already said he gonna report my channel, so we need to keep it PG-13 up in here.
PG-13. All right. I can do that.
No, Tim, you ain't seen my show that day. I had people just coming in on my live, and they had all this explicit stuff. Yeah,
that's actually happened on Reggie's a few times too. I've seen like he's gotten some people pop up in the comments that are just like, find local whatever now, and yeah, so it's happened quite a bit.
But they weren't in my comments. They was coming up on my live. I had a whole line of people waiting to get in.
Oh.
And one of them said they was a pastor, so I let the pastor in, and it just went bug wild from there. So yeah, it was crazy.
Us former pastors, we can kind of be like that sometimes,
Yeah, he was an oracle. he was an oracle.
There we go.
Right, y'all. So we're gonna talk to y'all today about the benefits of growing your team. What we talk about, Tim? Expanding your crew.
Benefits of growing your team, expanding your crew, and how to build that cohesiveness in your team. And because let's face it, in reality, especially in today's environment, people are not going to stick around where they're merely tolerated. They're going to go where they're celebrated. So how are you taking care of your team? Like, yeah, they're going out there. And for a lot of people, I heard someone say one time, like, how do you appreciate your team? And he's like, I pay them. That's all I appreciate. They get a paycheck. And I'm like,
they work for that.
They work for that. They do something for that. Being appreciative is something going above and beyond that. What are you doing? So really showing them that you care about them and their family life and supporting them however you can in that regard, as well as, we know customer support's one thing, but supporting your team and growing your team and how to communicate with them, that's a big one. Learning how to communicate with different types of personalities and how they interact with one another, that will take you beyond far, just that alone, because you get to the point where, okay, I may come off more analytical and I think about things. I want to know every little detail and this and that and everything that's going on because it's my business and I run my business, right?
Right.
Some of my techs that I had, they were those types of people that were real reserved. They didn't talk a lot. They didn't come out and say things. So trying to pull that information out of them was very difficult. And they didn't take the notes on the tickets or whatever that they were supposed to. So learning to communicate, hey, okay, here's why, and learn how to communicate with that personality style, that went a long way to building the trust and making them feel like, oh, he gets me. He understands where I'm coming from and make it easier for me. So I got that information.
And you get much more out of them when they feel appreciated. I was just telling I just had this conversation like an hour ago with one of my good friends, telling her, you have to take care of who take care of you. You have to take care of who take care of you. And on the last show, I was telling y'all about how I helped, servicers like organize their office and, and work smarter, not harder. James, for instance, I had him on the show. So, and his technicians, and I was like, look, you need to do something for your technicians, like a bonus plan or something. And they was like really in need of pay increases right then. And so, and he took my advice and did it. And one of his technicians, he did it to the one technician I was telling him. That technician, he came to the office one day and brought lunch for himself, me and James. He had never done that. but he appreciated what James did, and
Yep.
he bought all us lunch.
Yeah.
And he been working with him for years, and it took for me to come in and say something, do something. But and he felt like he was appreciated, and so he brought us all lunch. Good. He ain't better not cheat me, but we ain't good.
Nice.
Right. Yeah. So you have to take care of who take care of you.
That's right. You absolutely do. And because let's face it, those technicians that go out there, they're the face of your company. They're the ones that are actually in the customer's home and representing you. So you don't want to leave that bad taste in the customer's mouth because you came across, or your technician came across, rough around the edges or doesn't want to be there. He wants to be home watching his son's baseball practice or daughter's volleyball practice or
Right.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important. I tried to make sure as much as I could my technicians were off by 3 or 4 o'clock at the latest, so they could get home and be at home in time for after school activities and go see those football games or softball games or whatever the case may be, because that
Mm-hmm.
family time is important. They're trying to provide for their family, but you as the business owner, you kind of have to guard that for them as well, because they'll end up working for that paycheck. They'll work their to the bone. And at that point, they start resenting the job, and then they just don't care.
Right. Yeah. That's the truth. Mm-hmm. So look, as y'all grow y'all team, y'all make sure y'all know y'all have to look out for them. We got the basic appliance repair class coming up, so y'all can send technicians to the class. I had a meeting today with a bank that's wanted to partner with us and offer financing to the students. So like if y'all can't afford or don't want to put the money out to send technicians, it ain't the deal is not done yet, but it sounds really good. And they don't even have to have a minimum credit score. So I had someone that was going to partner with me in the past, but they had to have a 650 credit score. But 650 is basically good credit right now. There's a lot of people that don't have 650s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this company says they don't have to have a minimum credit score. The interest rate is not even that bad, and they don't have to start paying it back until they get placed on the job. So, and if they don't get placed on the job, it's some stuff where they don't have to pay it back, or it's. I haven't looked over everything yet, but it sounds good, and so
That's
it's gonna
awesome.
definitely be. Mm-hmm. So if y'all interested in sending technicians, but y'all want to put the money out, call me and let me know. But they're gonna give me a link to the portal where they can go and apply, because y'all want to start growing y'all team.
So now that kind of leads to the question, though, since we're talking about growing the team and taking care of the team, where are y'all finding technicians at? Like, we all know it's hard to find technicians, right? But then if you
Mm-hmm.
lose a technician, that makes it even harder. So
Mm-hmm.
where are y'all looking to find technicians at? Or where, Mona, where do you recommend these servicers look to find technicians?
Indeed, or y'all can call me too. Like if I have people come from everywhere to come to the school. Y'all can call me and see if we have someone. I had somebody call me today, and I put them in touch with a technician, but it's here locally. So but definitely Indeed. And so with me being able to get this financing that I was just talking about. So when people, because like when I used to put an ad out for technicians, I used to get a lot of applicants, but no one had experience. So that's part of the reason the school came about. But so if y'all put an ad out and get all these applicants, y'all can get on the option. Look, you can go to this school, you can apply to get this financing. There's no minimum credit score needed, and then you can hire them after the 2 weeks of the class.
Nice. Okay.
Where you
That's
suggest they find them?
I always told people to do a couple things, and one of these two things I stole from somebody else, so I'll save that one for last. But we always got our places like our HVAC schools. Everywhere around has an HVAC school somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sit down and talk with those people a little bit and say, hey, Would you like to be climbing in an attic or underneath a house when it's 100 degrees outside or 80 degrees outside and 40-50% humidity and sweating like crazy? Or would
Right.
you like to be in an air conditioned house working on a dishwasher? And they can't start putting two and two together, right? And so recruit from the HVAC schools.
Yeah.
Uh, I know Reggie is being a big push on his show, but the Skills USA, like we have top three in the nation walked away with job offers that day at Skills in Atlanta from LG and Fisher Paykel and I forget who the other one was, but they walked away. Three manufacturers were there, and they walked away with job offers right then and there because they won the national competition. So get involved in Skills and start building that route as well. My favorite one I heard though, this was just kind of genius.
Uh-huh.
So there was a servicer in I believe it was New Mexico is where he's at, but he's originally from Buffalo, New York. So every year, starting in like November until March, right? He would run a full page ad in the newspaper and say, "Hey, today's weather forecast in Albuquerque is 72 degrees and sunny." And they look at their weather forecast out in Buffalo in the middle of December. It's -13 and 4 foot of snow and the blizzard's coming in or whatever. He's like, come to beautiful Albuquerque and learn how to do appliance repair. And he actually recruited a handful of technicians from Buffalo that would move down to like Albuquerque to get out of the weather, and they're still with them. They learned how to do
Wow.
appliance repair. So yeah, put an ad in a Wisconsin newspaper or a Maine newspaper and say, hey, you know, our weather here in Phoenix, well, maybe not in the summertime, but we won't advertise the 117 degrees it was yesterday, but we'll advertise the 72, 73 in the winter
Mm,
and get that draw of people coming down. And you'd be surprised how many people would answer to that.
yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Especially putting it in there saying come to Atlanta, come to hot Atlanta.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah, so wow.
Okay. So then if that's a good way to recruit techs, right? So we're
Mm,
recruiting the techs. You got the programs to train the techs, right? That gets them up and running. You also have programs to continue education, right? To keep
right.
training the techs. So you got steel system classes, you got specific manufacturer classes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then from there, they continue that education. And then we talk about not recruiting, but retaining those technicians and building um, that cohesiveness. So, for example, like I didn't know, like I knew I liked you, Mona. Like I knew I liked you right off the bat, but I didn't realize why until just a few minutes ago when you said your birthday was October 1st. I love that.
Yeah.
Mine's October 13th.
Oh, no wonder
Yeah,
man, no wonder why the party don't start till we come through.
that's right.
Man,
That's
them
right.
Libras, everybody love them Libras.
Everybody loves us, man. We bring balance to everybody, right?
Everything. And if you Google the best friend, the best sign to have for a best friend, Libra's gonna come up.
Oh, it's going to come up in the top
Mhm.
3 or 4
It
easy.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Libra good people.
that's right. We
Yeah,
are.
I
We
love
love
Libra.
it.
Yeah, that's why we click
That's fine.
immediately.
That's exactly why we pick immediately. That's it. That's exactly why.
We gotta throw a party
That's right. Absolutely.
in the middle. Yeah.
A party in the middle. I like it.
Right. Morning and Tim in the middle, and we gotta
Party
have a
in the
party.
middle. That's right. I like it.
Yeah.
So understanding that personalities and how, even if you're not into the whole star sign thing, like not a lot of people are, but some of us are a little bit, and then some people go really far into it. But just understanding personality, like and how people relate to different things, right?
Right. Mhm.
So what if I were to ask you, Mona, what would you say your personality type is?
My personality type. Um, I'm.
If you've ever done like those personality tests or anagram tests or anything like those, what would you say you're kind of based in?
I don't know if I ever took a personality test, but I mean, me, I'm just more like myself. I'm laid back. I'm. I like to have a lot of fun. I'm a giver, and like a caretaker, and I'm like a peacemaker, making sure everybody is good, So I try to make sure everybody's good. So I don't know if that's personality or what, but
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then, because I think I know. All right. So
mm-hmm,
I'm gonna write it down here. Got a pen and paper here. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna
mm-hmm,
write down my answer. So
mm-hmm,
um, okay.
mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you this. Okay. You're gonna be a little part of a little guinea pig for me here and be part of my little scientific experiment.
Okay.
So if you had a choice, okay, let's
Mm.
say we're down in Atlanta, whatever, we go out for breakfast somewhere, but the only four choices you have are pancakes, waffles, French toast, and crepes. Okay. Toppings don't matter. Toppings you can put in whatever you want on it, doesn't matter. I want the base carb. Which one of those four are you picking?
French toast. Tim, how did you know that?
That is 20 years. Now, I wasn't joking when I said us former pastors. I used to be a pastor.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be a pastor at a local church here. But that's 20 years of going out to breakfast with people and having breakfast meetings. And then
Mm-hmm.
I started to realize there's a correlation between what people order, like if all those four choices of what they order for breakfast and their personality.
Really?
People who order French toast are just like you. They're laid back, they're supportive, they want to make sure everyone's having a good time. They put everyone else first, right?
Yeah.
And then them second.
Mm-hmm.
The people who order pancakes, they're really easygoing. They're the life of the party. They like to have kind of the attention around them and be the center of everything that's going on, or at least know everything that's going on, and be the type of person that everyone wants to talk to and talk about.
Mm-hmm.
People who order crepes, are they're, I don't want to say very emotional, but they wear their heart on their sleeve, right? They're the type of people, because crepes are very delicate. You can burn them or ruin them very easily. They're the type of people that you really have to kind of watch what you say and how you talk to them, because your words are extremely effective and extremely powerful to them, right? So you have to be kind of careful with how you say things to them.
Wow.
And then us waffle people, I'm a waffle person. I'm
Terry's
more
electrician say he a waffle person too. So what y'all about?
so for waffles, we like waffles. And Terry, see if you can back me up on this and see what you think. But waffle people are your really analytical people. Why do we like waffles? Because they have the little boxes, they have the little squares, and we can put the chocolate chips in each one of the squares, or a little bit of syrup in each square. Everything is neat and organized and in order. And when we cut the waffle, we cut along the lines of the squares, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we're very like that detailed. We want all of the information before we make a decision. We want to break it down, have everything in the box. Everything has its place. Our office looks immaculate. Our vans are always clean, that type of a thing. Yep,
Wow.
symmetry. Yep, there you go.
That is crazy. And it's either crazy what you said about crepes, because my dad ordered crepes and he wear his heart on his sleeve. So
Yeah.
that is wow. That's amazing.
So I will be writing a book about this, breakfast
Yeah,
and personalities coming together.
that would be a good book.
But
look, it's crazy that you was a pastor because Mike made a comment today to me because he know I'm doing the women's workshop for women.
yeah,
He's talking about Mona, what you gonna be doing? I can't remember what he said. He was like, no, I thought you was gonna be with the pastor, doing your workshop. Like, yeah, me and the pastor on here. He just said that today, trying to be funny.
nice.
Triple R appliance repair say he doing French toast. Yeah, me too. I'm French toast.
French toast is good. My mom's a French toast person. That's what she orders all the time, and
Really?
she's exactly the same way. And
Yes, and I look for places that have really good French toast. The best place I've had French toast is this place in Pittsburgh, and nobody has been able to touch it. You from Pittsburgh?
I'm actually outside of Pittsburgh. I'm from Beaver, but yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh.
But it's like because my family they from like Library, so it's kind of like
okay,
like that. But they consider Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad and them all they like diehard Pittsburgh fans.
Oh yes. Yep.
You got to come here.
I got my terrible towel up here in the corner behind my monitor hanging. So yeah.
You got to come here for the game.
Yeah.
Steelers game.
Yeah.
Greg B said, "What if you like both? What's both? French toast and what? I mean, are waffles and what's the two?"
So to answer Greg's so as a business owner, you kind of want to be in the middle, right? So that you can relate. If you were to draw it into a quadrant, right? So if you just kind of divide up into four squares, you have all four of those different types of people, right? So you want to, as a business owner, you want to try to be in the middle where you like everything, and that way you can better relate to everyone. And what you're going to find, Greg, is to like both waffles and pancakes. That is interesting if you would consider both, because typically the people who are waffles and pancakes, they can get along, right? They can relate to each other, but the people who are typically the pancakes, they're the fun, outgoing, they're the promoter type, they're like your good sales reps, right?
Right.
So
I'm not a salesperson.
They're going to be the ones that are always late on their expense reports, right? And then us waffle people, we're like, we want an itemized receipt for everything. So yeah, we can get along. So Greg, I'd say you're in the right track of getting kind of in that middle spot where you can relate to both sides of it. You can see both sides. And that's great to be a business owner, because that way you can better relate to all of the staff that's around. Like I know when I worked at Frigidaire, there was a lady in the office back in the headquarters. Like I knew that I had to be kind of really careful about what I said and how I said things, because she would just kind of run off and take whatever I said personally. And I wasn't trying to be mean, but when you say, hey, we need to get this done, you need to get this done now, right? If you weren't careful in how you said it, she took that and just like broke down, and like she wasn't doing a good job. Like she was afraid she was about to get fired or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, you got to balance all of that. So you are right in that right spot to start understanding everybody and be right in the center of liking everything.
Greg B like me. He said he only like Waffle House waffles. Me too. Like if I go to Waffle House, I'm getting waffles. Like I only like them. I don't like, it's like, if I tried waffles other places, but I only like Waffle House. I guess because it's the thin waffle, and everybody else is thick. I like that thin waffle from Waffle House.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I introduced my son to Waffle House the other day for the first time. He's like, yeah, we need to go back a lot. I'm like, we'll go back, but we're not going back all the time. This is not the healthiest thing for you.
Right. Let me see. Hey, what's up, DCNL? Terry Electrician say his wife is definitely French toast. Yeah.
And you know what's funny too is if you are in the business with your significant other, like you'd be amazed at how different you two are going to end up being. Like even if you have a lot in common or you think you're very similar, go into business with your significant other, and you will find out you are very different than each other. And it takes a lot to really understanding that part of the relationship too, and how to be at work and work together and then come home and be as a family unit, and how to
Right.
make that break in that switch,
Mm-hmm.
because work has to stay at work and family's got to be at family. And there
Right.
may be times where it crosses over a little bit at things, but you got to be able to separate them.
Yeah. Me trying to go in business and relationships, it just messes up the relationship. Right. I said I wasn't going in business with nobody else I was dating because it's just like if they don't meet my work ethic, or I got to constantly break stuff down to you, I'm gonna lose respect. And it's just like it ain't gonna work out. I'm not dating nobody else, unless he just got to be he maybe he had to work way harder than me and just be way smarter than me.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot, and they have to be able to match your energy,
Yeah.
because it's your business, it's your livelihood, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if they're going to work with you, they got to be able to match that energy and keep it there and sustain it. Otherwise,
Mhm.
keep them separate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It got to be separate because it have messed up some relationships for me. Like, man, nah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
that
we all
was.
may have been there on that one. We all may have went through that same thing at some point in time.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But let me see. Terry Electrician say pecan waffles all day long.
Oh, those ones
Greg B say only he only like homemade pancakes from scratch. Oh yeah, those be the bomb. Every now and then I want a pancake, but I don't. It's not that often.
and that's
Like
fine. Every
yeah,
once in a while, you can dabble and have a pancake or a
yeah.
crepe or whatever. Oh, that's
Hmm.
fine.
But my go-to is French toast.
Your go-to is
Yeah.
French toast.
If I'm
And
eating carbs, most of the time it's an omelet or something. But if I'm just like, okay, I'm cheating on my diet, let me get some French toast. I'm getting
yep,
some French toast. I mean, I'm cheating. I'm getting French toast.
there you go.
He said, Taylor Electrician said his wife was his helper for about a year. How did that go?
Well, it was only a year, so she lasted longer than most wives do.
Yeah, she lasted longer than anybody I was dating. I mean, like, I thought you were smart before we went in business together. That's usually what it boils down to. Yeah, nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah,
If you're not as smart as me, I just want to keep it a secret. I don't
there
want
you
to know.
go. There you
But look, y'all get into the basic appliance repair class is coming up on August 1st. The 2-week course. Get into that. I'm working on trying to get financing. Terry Ledger said, "Guess how that worked out?" I guess it went well because it wasn't good because it was about a year. Like she's not your helper no more.
Nope.
Y'all get into the seal system class we got coming up the end of August 20th. Man, we just had a great class. We just had a great class graduate this last weekend. I'm telling you, boy, at the end of them seal system classes, on Mondays, I be wore out. I feel like I taught class. Okay. I am I am worn out.
Yeah, seal system classes are a lot. They're pretty intense, and
Uh-huh.
um, I know I met when I was down in Atlanta at the Encompass open house. I met your trainer there, and that dude is sharp, man. He knows his stuff. Yeah, if you guys have not taken his class yet or the SSG class, get into them, because just in talking with him, like I'm like, yeah, that's right. And yeah, okay, you get it, you understand.
Yeah.
And trying, like, it was kind of fun for us to kind of go back and forth, and because like there's a lot of people out there who teach sealed system classes, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't truly understand the
Right.
class. right?
Right.
They don't understand the theory. They don't understand that the sealed system has to be clean. It's a clean system. And so for us to get together and we're like, we both understood that, it was like we just kind of both lit up and we're going back and forth like, yeah, what about this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it was fun. So definitely get in on that class if you guys haven't already.
Yeah. And y'all gonna be together on Monday if you come on the show, 'Cause this is Moni and Tim in the middle now. So I'm gonna bring Richard on Monday. I usually bring him on like the Monday after the class, but I'm gonna see if he want to come on Monday. So y'all will both be on if you back.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be here if you want.
Yeah.
I'm always, if you want, you just shoot me a text. I'll be here anytime you want. That's fine.
Look, I already told you the show is Moni and Tim in the middle.
Oh, we've officially changed it now. It's
yes,
official.
yes, we are official. Yes. We are official. Yes,
you hear that, y'all?
I'm gonna change my Facebook status. Look, Terry Electrician say him and his wife both Leos. Oh, I know that didn't work. Oh, yeah. I want me a Leo, so if you know any, send them my way. I'm taking applications, y'all. I shut dating down for it when I was trying to get the school open so I wouldn't be distracted. But now I'm open back up to dating, and I like Leos.
All right, note to self: any Leos out there?
Any Leos, hit me up. I prefer Leos, but I always take a Libra because I know we got good hearts.
That's right, we do. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but y'all go over to Mike. Y'all know Mike said he presenting tonight, so his is pre-recorded. Y'all click the link.
Is it time already?
Yeah, it's time. What King K say? King K say, laugh out loud, Tim. Your work ethic better be up, or else she quits. I'm gonna kick you off. Don't act like.
Come back on Monday with a script ready to go. Have it pre-sent to Mona with everything. Here we go. I got you, King. We're on it. I'm on it, man. We're there.
Don't act like that, King K. Look, y'all go to the link tree in the description to get over to Mike. But yeah, times up. We are overtime, Tim.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with you on the show, we might have to go to 45 minutes like Reggie.
I can talk for 4 hours straight. It don't matter to me. I'll leave you with this. You know how you know the fact that you either were a pastor or could be one day a pastor or are a pastor, right?
Mm-hmm.
The words "and" in conclusion mean absolutely nothing to you.
And that is the truth. That is the truth. Oh man, Tim, I can't believe you were a pastor.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, for a long time. So maybe an upcoming show we'll have to kind of dissect that a little bit and actually break down how all of that in running a church of over 2,000 people affected how I run business and do things in the appliance industry, because it really does go hand in hand. Yeah, I really learned a lot about people in that.
And see, I'm trying to figure out how I can tie in, because my passion is really with like self-help and like just working on yourself and being the best you can be. I'm really big on self-help and continuing to work. And so like the women that I have come through the program, they're not just going to do appliance repair. Like we're doing self-help workshops, because we're going to help them because I'm partnering with like battered women's shelters and human sex trafficking survivors. So we're going to help in every area of their life, so we're going to get their mental and well-being back on track before they go out and start doing, appliances, just to help with the healing process. So I'm trying to kind of see how I can tie all that into, my show.
I love that. That's fantastic. We'll talk and we'll figure out a way definitely to tie that in for sure. But we don't want to take any more time from Mr. Sneed. So
yeah, his pre-recorded, so they can rewind. All right, Mike. So look, I see you on Monday.
All right, sounds great.
All right. Okay. Bye, everybody. Y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Terry Electrician. He said that's a great mission, Mona. King K said, great show. Thank y'all. Y'all, I see y'all on Monday. See?